Aggro range, unique aggro mechanics. I think aggro is pretty straightforward, but I would like to see some unique aggro mechanics. Things like if a deer sees me, I think that they should run away. When I get a certain distance away from them, they should run. Or maybe there's a group of enemies that like I immediately kill one of them and they all scatter. Like I kill a group of I kill a leader of goblins and they just scatter. Right? It would make it a little interesting. Esports. What are your thoughts on esports and player-run competitive events in the MMORPG genre? What type of competitive, spectator-friendly content do you think would be fitting for AOC? Are there any tools you'd like that would make competitive events easier to run? I'll probably just make a separate video for this, but TLDR, I think esports naturally spring from good competitive gameplay, and the tools they need won't have to impact our day-to-day gameplay. So giving them some tools to do that I don't see a problem with that at all. Love the look of the commission board. It's good that it shows a refresh time, I think. I'm wondering if more info on each commission should be available, like the location, but overall looks great. And I'm curious about the difference between gray, green, and blue quest. Is it just the reward that gets better? Or are the enemies in that quest area more difficult? A sidebar. Why is every reward glint? The creatures drop glint, the quest rewards are glint. I it may be a placeholder, but I would like to see other things, right? Drop from creatures, even if it's just a random gray item. I think that seeing glint drop over and over again is going to get a bit annoying. Upon choosing a commission, the quest goes straight into the journal and they leave for the quest. I would like the quest to be a little bit more personal, though. You could achieve that if when you select a commission, you must report to the NPC that posted the commission. They give you some details and then you can leave out for the quest. That way it feels more like you're helping someone rather than I click this thing, I go this place. I kind of dislike map markers generally. I prefer the quest text to guide me. But if they do markers, I guess it's fine as long as it seems like they're a bit vague on the location, which is preferable. If I understand this right, the commissions will help guide you to places in the world that have more quests available outside the node. I love this. One thing that stresses me out in MMOs is the idea that I'm missing a quest. And the idea that these commissions will take you to NPCs out in the world for those quests makes me happy. I love that when you interact with the Minotaur, you don't have to only talk about the quest. You can ask about his horns. You can ask if he is hostile and what work the Minotaur are doing. I love clicking through those dialogue options and getting more information that's not necessarily connected to the quest. Love it. Summon creatures dissipate upon killing the summoner. As a player who's fighting summons, I would say, yes, please. May I have some more? If I'm summoning, though, would killing me force what I summoned to desummon? It doesn't feel like it should. Commissions can be accepted by multiple players, contributes to the activity maps that can trigger events. This idea is great. I would like to know more about what kind of local events can happen. Better and more elaborate quests become available as the node progresses. This is a fantastic idea. There doesn't seem to be an indication that a group for this is recommended. I would hope that if an area is gauged to groups, that there's some kind of indication. Lightning coming down and hitting the players and mobs is fantastic. I hope there's more cool things that can happen with weather like that. That animation is so sick. I'm certainly gonna die on purpose just to see that animation. Do players drop loot when dying to mobs? This is the first I've heard about it. I thought it was only in PvP. If a mob kills you and another player walks up, can they just loot your body? Please, I want to know more, please. Seeing the event on the map, I'm happy to see that. If temporary events spawn, I wouldn't want to miss them. So having them show it on the map will help draw players to it. Love it. Side quest NPCs seem out of place a little bit in the world. They're just standing in the wild and not doing much. I feel like they should have some type of temp setup, right? Like a temporary thing, like a small fire or like a small cart, something that kind of puts them in the world in our head. You are able to remotely turn in commissions, but not side quest. This goes back to getting the commission from a person. I think it feel more personal if you had to return a quest to a quest giver and explain to them that you culled the Minotaur threat, right? All right, the rewards for the side quest was glint and rare crafting materials and a rare crafting recipe. One thing I saw in games I've played before is that the blues drop a little too much, in my opinion. This one person quest just gave him a blue crafting material and a blue crafting recipe. I feel like if you do this too much, blues just end up feeling like greens, you know? They don't feel as important. Oh my god. Should you have been able to survive pulling so many mobs? I kind of hope that if you run through an area like this, you should just get destroyed. I don't like the idea that I could run through there and be totally fine. I don't really know what's happening in this image. He said the node is leveling up, but I don't see the node through the trees. If that's even the node, it doesn't really look great. I also like, what's that glowing tree? Is that an indication of an event starting? I just don't understand. I am super interested in the story arc quest. Are these story quests for my character? Are they story for the node? Story for the world? I want to know. Please let us share quest. Just please. Maybe don't no sharing rewards, but like, yeah, let us share the quest. Come on. Weather effects can make certain abilities behave differently. This is amazing. And not just damage changes like lightning, right? Doing more damage in the rain, but like debuffs or something. Like in a sandstorm, you have reduced accuracy of like ranged attacks. I mean, I think that would be so cool. Dude, I didn't even think about that. You get node reputation. And then as you get more reputation with your node, you get access to better commissions. Yeah, man, I love the idea of growing your reputation in a node, and that this reputation can grant things like better commissions is just amazing. Simple green clothes. I love this. I don't really care much about cosmetics in general. I prefer the simple looking clothes, so this set scratches an itch for sure.
Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you, subscribe.